Hello everyone, today is an exciting day because finally we get to head down to Fossil Island and see what it's all about. The update just came out a matter of hours ago. I've gone ahead, checked out a little on my other account just to get a basic idea of how this update works, get a plan for how we're going to handle it. And honestly, this island is so big and so full of content, we're going to have to split it up into multiple episodes. So this episode is going to be more about just getting to the island, kind of looking around, seeing a little bit of everything, but we're not going to try everything because there's just too much to do. We would be here for hours trying to figure it all out. And a lot of things just haven't fully been figured out yet. Like, I don't even know what half the Slayer monsters do, like what their special deal is. There's a lot of new things. There's the boat there. But yeah, like we can look here. Like, Big Game Hunter alone has all of this content, and we can't even do all of it yet. Like, I'm gonna have to train my hunter up to get access to the last bit of it. And Slayer-wise, there's also quite a bit of new stuff. I don't think there's a separate thing or anything, but we can limit it to monsters and look down here. We got Rippers, we got Liverworts, we got venomous dinosaurs. There's just so many new things to do, and it's going to take a lot of time to get through it. Now, you might notice I do have my new camel staff that I just got after selling all my treasure trail items from the previous episode. Which, if you haven't seen that, I got rid of over 100 treasure trail caskets in that episode. They were mostly easy, but they did fully pay for this camel staff, basically. That's about how much money I made from that. What I'd say was almost 40 million, which is how much camel staffs are currently selling for. But anyway, so we got Blaniakia. I have no idea. I probably should have listened to how they pronounced her name in one of the mini videos they've put out, but I honestly didn't. Basically, we're gonna have a cutscene. This is the advantage of checking this out early, is I know we're going to have a voiced cutscene coming up. So prepare for that. I'm gonna stop talking. Let's see. Set sail.
The dragon told me the voyage would be treacherous, but I've never seen a storm like this one. The sea is primordial. It is ancient and vast, like a thing from another time. The sky is angry. I can feel it. If not for the Stormbreaker's powerful magical wards, we would be torn apart. From the deck, I hear the island calling to me. Turn back! Turn back! I do not want to be found. I should not be found. Turn back. This must truly be the very end of the world. Cut off from everything. The sort of place I've been seeking all my life. A place of solace. I think the storm is finally breaking. At last, we can catch a glimpse of this barren rock.
Yes, so barren looking, isn't it? Now everyone shuffles around to get into line. They're like, no, you go first. No, you go first. No, KaBob goes first. Okay, everyone agrees on that. Got some dragonkin statues, got some ruins. This island is really cool and really big. I'll show you it on the world map once we get through this cutscene, but there's some Animica. There's some Zygomite type things over there. And a area where we can head. Pretty trees. Shiny water. Everything you could want in a tropical paradise that is far north. Mysteriously. There's where the base camp is going to be, I think. Or is that where the Slayer Master goes? Pro tip also, if you have the Slayer Cape, you can teleport to her, and that's an easy way to get around the island. Big dinos. I really like, they took the idea of the plant-based Jadinkos and expanded them to this entire island. Let's go ahead and inspect the footprint. Look at the size of this footprint! It's extremely rare to find something that would make a print this big. Be on the lookout, everyone. We are not alone on this island. You know what creature it could be? I cannot say for sure. The footprint suggests it could be very similar to a dragon. We unlocked a ton of music, and now we can just get on our way. But I'll show you the world map real quick just to give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. Yeah, like, it's roughly the size of the wilderness. And a lot less straightforward in how you traverse it. Alright, but anyway. So right now this path is blocked, but it'll be unblocked after we get to the base camp, and then you can just walk straight up there to the camp. So you don't have to walk this huge trip. Also, another pro tip on teleporting is right now you can teleport to the event thing to get to the boat and just head straight back here to get to the base camp. Although there's also a lodestone you can unlock, so you only have to do that until you get that. And it only takes like an hour to get the lodestone if you strategize. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's get over to where we need to be. Look at this. This looks and smells fresh, but all the flesh has been stripped right off. We're going to have to squeeze past. Be careful not to slip. Yeah, this isn't even like the agility course or anything. I've barely touched the agility course so far. There's these like white handprints that mark where the agility course is. It won't let you on it while you've got all these people following you though. We've got to get to the base camp and get rid of all these stragglers. And then we can explore properly. But yeah, right here is part of the agility course. And there's 2 new agility-related codexes, and apparently you just earn them from finding pages while doing the agility course. So it's a money-making method with agility. Very interesting. I don't know what the rates will be like, but that's a thing. 500 pages for an untradeable codex, and 750 for tradable. More bones. I don't know how this giant dinosaur got up here and found another giant dinosaur to eat right here. Another pile of bones on the same track as where these footprints are leading. Let us push on. We need to find a safe spot to make camp. Night is upon us, and we should ensure we're protected against whatever is with us on this island. That is why we're following the footsteps. It is a good idea to follow the footsteps. Everyone, march on. Follow the footsteps of the giant meat-eating creature. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's a giant Jadinkosaur. Nice. What is that thing? It looks like a big scary Jadinko. Everyone stand still, do not move a muscle. Do you think he saw us? If we do not startle it, it may not even see us. It just looked at me. Shut up, you'll get us all killed. It's definitely looking at me. I'm too young to die. It just licked its lips that it doesn't have. Shh. Arg! Run, every man, woman, and child for themselves. There better not be children on this island. Or blimey, look out! Rawr! Run, you fools! Is he with us? Don't think so. Run! You don't need to tell me twice, I'm pegging it. I mean, he's not against us, so I'd say he's with us. Just not, like, on the boat with us. As far as I can tell, those big game hunter things don't seem to chase you when you're not big game hunting, but I didn't push it too much. I'm not looking forward to dying. Alright. I do like how they kind of give you the scale of the island. This island's definitely scaled like how people talk about rescaling the entire game. This island is what that would be like for the areas in between cities. This is one of the few places that are safe around here. Blimey, I've not had a chance to process the fact that there are other people on this island. I'm so happy to see you. The name is Irwinsson. Thanks for the help, Irwin. What was that thing? This land is littered with new creatures I had never seen before. Be careful when you leave this area, there are new creatures and dangerous plants. I found that using a lot of the broken temples and routes to traverse the island is quite helpful. We're going to die. Thanks for the advice. I'm still amazed I'm not alone on this godforsaken island. Please come chat to me more about how you're even here. You can find me in the lodge just over there. I'm going to explore. If you need me, I won't be far, KaBob. You're just going to leave us? With that thing out there? You'll be fine, so will I. Alright, it's kind of a little weird introduction, like, wow, there's people on this island. I'm gonna go over there, bye. So yeah, Irwinsson's thing, from what I read before this update came out, is that he's a Fremenic that actually made it to the island before Karapak, like, messed with the timeline, so it messed with his head. I've not really messed with him much, but he has this hunter mark shop where you can buy hunter things, like quick traps, and a dinosaur lure, and frog repellent, and Vader titles, which is a reference to a joke title, but as far as I can tell, the joke title isn't actually available. They just kind of are making a joke about making people think it's available. The Elite Trapper outfit's finally around. We're gonna have to get hunter marks. I assume Big Game Hunter just gives marks. So we'll be trying that out in one of the next few episodes. We can go ahead and talk to this guy here, Giles, because he's got some very, very important information that we need to get it started on right away. We've made it! Finally a safe haven away from those monsters! Look at this place. Yes, we can work with this. It is strong, defendable, and gives us some high ground. Of course, Mr. Mordeau is going to need a base of operations to keep everyone focused on the mission, so we should focus on that first. Are you willing to help me out? You look like you can handle yourself from what I've seen so far. Yes. As soon as I set my eyes on you, I knew it would be useful to have you around. Yes, let me explain what you need to do. Yeah, having a protagonist is usually useful. Look up there. The top of this temple would make the perfect place for us to establish some kind of town hall. Somewhere where we can help run this camp and ensure everyone is cared for properly. As you know, just getting here, building the boat, breaking through the storm wall, navigating past those things, it has all been a trial in itself. However, we always knew we were going to need to figure out a more permanent way of surviving. I spotted some resources we could use to build up the base on the way here. There was wood, vine, leaves, stone, hides, and clay. There was just hides laying around. Thankfully, King Rold gifted us a number of workers who will assist us in gathering what we need. To build the town hall, we need to gather wood, vines, and stone. I am in charge of the workers. Talk to me at any time to get them gathering different resources. Remember, we need at least one worker assigned to gather wood, vines, and stone. Alright, so yeah, up here is where you assign workers. You'll get more workers as time goes on. But for me, like, if you want to get the lodestone right away, you would prioritize the things on the lodestone, which I think is just like stone and pottery. But I'm not going to prioritize too much. I'm going to have one of everything, and we will put 2 in certain important seeming ones. So it'll take me a little longer to get like the initial things, but this will be a bit more even, I think. There's some exciting stuff in here, so let's just take a look real quick. Since this is the more of the exploration episode, we'll kind of look at some of these things. So yeah, like upgrading the town hall, that just brings new people to the island. I don't know the purpose of that, but we'll find out over time. Obviously, nobody's done this yet because just to get the items is ridiculous. Storehouse increases your maximum resources stored. I don't know what resources are used for outside of these upgrades. I assume there must be a use for them. Otherwise, like, this would be kind of a lame upgrade. This is basically would just be like a limitation on like, oh, you can't afford tier 3 because your storehouse is too small, which would be kind of lame by itself. So hopefully there's another use for resources. Sleeping quarters is how you get more workers. Obviously it's quite expensive, and if it takes, 1 hour to get 120 with 2 people, then getting 10,000 is going to be many hours, but we'll get there, I'm sure. The spa upgrades your agility XP and makes the spa pool effects last longer. So I assume the spa, I don't know if it's referencing Ooglog or if it just has its own Ooglog type spa stuff or what, but I assume they have their own spa pools. I don't know if they'd just be copy pasted or what. Hunter Lodge, get chance of extra resources, get just a little bit easier big game hunter stuff, and frogs are removed from encounters. I remember them mentioning frogs in the videos. I don't really remember the exact thing about frogs. I've seen some frogs around the island outside of Big Game Hunter. Now this one is the exciting one to me because of the tier 3. But yeah, first you get a damage boost, and then you get a bigger damage boost, then you get an even bigger damage boost. But the Slayer helmet stand sounds amazing. Now, obviously there's a question of, when it says the Slayer helmet, does it just mean the base Slayer helmet? Does it mean, like, you can put the best Slayer helmet and get that effect always? Because if so, that's really good, because it means that other helmets will matter a lot more for Slayers now. Because, like, as it is, like, I mostly just use my Slayer helmet everywhere I go. Unless you're bossing, like, how often do you not need the Slayer helmet, really? And its defense is good enough, and it's a hybrid item, so this will make helmets a lot more varied in content, which is also what they've done with capes. So I think they're kind of tired of having the thing where, like, one thing is best in slot in, like, most of the game. So if that's how that works, I'm very excited to get that, and this will be a priority for me. Now, I've not looked at this one very much. Oh, right, the Skillscape stand. That's what it is. That's also a very exciting one, because it lets you have an additional passive Skillscape perk on top of the 3 you would get with having the Max Cape, which is amazing. I assume that's how it works. Like, obviously, once again, nobody actually has these things yet. It takes more than a few hours to get that. Probably takes weeks. Also, yeah, you can get player teletab to the player lodge, is what I'm trying to say, and the lodge restores health, prayer, and summoning points, and increased chance of finding building resources on the island. So I assume that when you're doing things on the island, you just have a chance of finding these things. But I've not done enough things on the island to actually ever accomplish that. Then obviously there's a bank chest, which would be nice to have. It's fairly cheap. We'll get that pretty soon. And then the lodestone, which is even cheaper. And obviously we'll be getting that later today. You won't see it today, but I'll get it, and we'll have it for the next episode. So yeah, that's that. We can go ahead and exit here, though. Very good. The workers are now hard at work exploring the island for resources. So what do we do now? We wait. The workers will take time to gather the resources, and will deliver them back every 10 minutes. Tell you what, though, I'll tell you a story to pass the time. Yeah, just like player-owned farms, they just give you a little skip of time here. And that was how I became the youngest accountant in Varrock history. Fascinating story. Have those workers returned yet? Let me check. Oh yes, here they are, and let me count our stock. Yes, the perfect amount to start building the town hall, despite how I arranged my workers. Convenient. Alright, let's do this. So what's next? Along with assigning workers, you can talk to me to construct or upgrade a building. Go ahead, let the workers know it's time to build the town hall. I actually really like how they've done this. This seems really cool. The way you have to build it up. Overall, my first impressions on this update are very positive. It looks like a really great addition to the game. I feel like I'm going to spend a lot of time on this island, just trying to learn everything. Excellent, we did it. The first signs of civilization on this forsaken place. You know, besides all the ruins that are lying around that have, like, pre-lit fires and stuff. The town hall is just one of the many buildings you can help build. I'm sure there are several people, yourself included, that could do with a safe haven building for them on the island. As you do so, each building will grant you various benefits to make life here a bit easier on the island. Come visit me if you want to view the perks for constructing and upgrading each building. We're also going to need more space for workers and resources in the future, so we should ensure we're building sleeping quarters and storehouses when we have the chance. And a storehouse. Doing so will help us gather resources quicker and build more of the base camp. Before you go, one of the workers found this, some compacted resources, whatever that means. If you return them to me, I can add them to our stocks. Let us take a look to see what it gives us. I assume that compacted resources is what you find on the island when you're training, but once again, haven't done it yet. For now, we should let the workers focus on gathering more resources. Remember to check in regularly and see what you can build. I better head up to the town hall now and prepare for Mr. Mordeaux's arrival. Still don't know if I'm saying his name. Wait, what should I do? You're an adventurer, aren't you? How about you explore the island and see what you can discover? You could also talk to the others here in the base camp to see what else you can learn. There's just too much to do on this island. My brain cannot handle the amount of things to do. But I did hear that searching this lectern is a good idea. Yes? Yay, pages! Because, yeah, I was looking up the codexes and I read about this. So, yeah. Oh, so do you have to use the lectern to do it? Ah, there we go. I hadn't even noticed this lectern before, but I noticed it while I was talking earlier. So yeah, this is how we get these, and you can get these free ones just by searching, which is cool stuff. Now up here is where the base camp is situated, and where you will find this guy who's still just messing around on his desk. He carries his desk around with him everywhere, apparently. We have a general store, apparently. I didn't know about that, hadn't noticed it. Anti-poison, nice. Unlit torches, very archaeology-themed items here. There is no archaeology skill in this update, by the way. That was a very heavily rumored thing. While it could happen in the future, it definitely did not happen today. Yeah, this is where you can manage the camp from now on. As you can see, though, the jump in resources for Tier 2 is quite extensive. And you also need the sleeping quarters before you can even do that, and the storehouse, of course. Which is fun. I don't know. Oh yeah, because you can only have 5,000, so you have to upgrade the storehouse before you get that. So that's a fun little thing. There's also a deposit box. I assume that's what will get upgraded to a bank chest, but I don't actually know. Feels honestly kind of claustrophobic, though, just having this tiny little base with this giant dragon in the middle of it. But that is the world we live in, where we have that. But yeah, so now we're kind of just free to explore the island. I've personally only explored, like, this area right here. I've not even touched the northern or western parts of the island. There is a new mini-quest with this, though. I should mention that. We won't do it today, because it'll take too much time. Where is it? Where is it? Not listed. I've hid mini-quests. That's why it's not listed. I don't know how long it is. There it is. Helping her. No required items. Basically, it requires a lot of exploration of the island, like from what little I've seen of it. One of the items is at the boat, and another one's down here, and there's more after that. So that'll be one of the future episodes in this short series of episodes I'm going to be doing on this island. But for now, we can go ahead and get out of here. I know that the agility course can be started around here. I've not done most of the agility course. I started over there, came up here, and then was like, oh, I'm in the base now. And I just wandered off to go find the Slayer Master. We can go ahead and explore it a little. It's a good way to get around the island. I think they said it takes like 7 minutes to do the entire course. Although I think there's like sub-courses too, so like if you don't want to do a full 7-minute course, because obviously it crosses a lot of open areas and stuff, and it'd be really hard to memorize exactly where to click for a 7-minute course. It probably wouldn't be the best experience either. But so yeah, apparently there's some areas where you can probably just like loop around instead of having to do the whole thing as its own training method. But yeah, so here is a hunter area. They've also put butterflies all around the place. There's butterflies and Jadinkos all over the place. So these things are some of the big game hunter things. The pterosaurs, Apotera. Okay, so they do mess with you, but they only stun you, I guess, when you're not in big game hunter. And to start the big game hunter, you use these. Okay, can we like not get stuck on this thing? That'd be nice. Yeah, I do like that, how this is just like a hunter haven. They put all these hunter creatures around. I also know where the yellow salamanders are. If you're curious, they're down here. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to look at the map a lot just because I myself don't know where I'm going. Which is problematic for this episode, and that's why I want to split this up. So what is this? What is that? It's yellow. Luminite, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not used to some of the new ores yet, because I've not mined them that much. And Luminite is one of those. Yeah, I've not been to this ruin before, but it's one of those things where, like, these abandoned ruins have fires lit, so how abandoned can they really be? But there doesn't appear to be anything. I did notice, if you look on the map, that there is what appears to be a dungeon here. Don't know what that's about. The Slayer Master does mention dungeons as a thing, and I assume the dungeons are where the next quest is going to come in the quest line. Because, obviously, if we're going to find Karapak, it wouldn't make much sense for him to just be standing around on the top of the island. He'd have to be underground or have already left. But, no, there doesn't appear to be too much to see around here, unfortunately. I have chosen poorly in my choice to head over here, and I'm about to lose this boost. I decided to go ahead and get unlimited run energy just to see how long it would last, but the intro took such a long time that my boost ran out. Oh, here we go. Here's something interesting. A luminous snaggler. Now, part of the problem is I don't know what we actually have the level to fight. It's kind of hard to look through the Slayer list in a quick manner. So, like, luminous snaggler. Where is it on here? Am I gonna miss it? Probably. I'm going too fast. Oh, we can actually fight it. Okay. I'm using fire magic because I know at least one of these is weak to fire, and it looks like these ones definitely are. I know some of them do have special attacks. I would assume all of them, since they're such high Slayer level things, probably do something special, so I'm concerned, but we can get back to the island fairly easily, so let's just fight this thing, and if we have to run away or if we die, like, it's not the end of the world. I just want to actually be able to fight a few things. I'll probably do an episode where we go and fight everything I can fight, and kind of, like, have better knowledge of how they actually function. Like, okay, I don't... So this one just drops, like, AoE attacks every once in a while, I guess. Overall, this fight is going a lot better than whenever the Lost Grove came out, and I went to fight, like, vine crawlers or whatever, and just, like, instantly had a bad time. I'm still dying, though, and it's not ideal. Okay, vampirism. Okay, yep, I won, though. I should not have kept fighting. I didn't get a drop? Oh, no, Seed Aside grabbed grapevine seeds. Okay. Ooh, that was scary. I almost died. They did add a new herb with this update as well, as far as I understand. I think it starts with an A. And they added Aggro Overload. Searing Overload, I think, is old, but Aggro Overload is new. Yeah, Arbuck, that's the new herb there. Which is cool. Aggro Overload alone doesn't sound that exciting. Like, I would want a holy Aggro Overload, I think. That would be cool. But anyway, let's continue heading north into my unexplored area of the island. So it looks like we're heading into the dry biome. This is kind of where they showed off someone walking, well, it was Shawnee walking around on one of the live streams they did. Got some epic music up here for sure. We got some Jadinkos. We've not seen the Jadinkos yet. Whatever this is. Green vine? Really? I had not seen any green vine blossoms around. That's interesting. So we got the Jadinko-related plants on this island apparently too. Good to know. I assume you can catch the Jadinkos, but I've not actually tried, which I think is interesting. I wonder how it compares to the herbivore habitat in terms of, you know, like, not dying. Not dying, but, not running out of Jadinkos. I've said not dying because I see these venomous dinosaurs. So, when it said venomous dinosaur, I thought it was a category, but apparently it's literally just a dinosaur called a venomous dinosaur. Okay. I'm not touching anything else. We almost died. There will be, like I said, an episode focused on Slayer. Just like we'll probably have a big game hunter focused episode. And one for doing the mini quests and stuff like that. It's just too much to do and too many things to learn for me to do it all in one episode. So where are we now on the map? Ah, we've made it to the northern end. There's this thing here. Distraction, diversion, I don't know what. I know there is a herblore related distraction and diversion. I don't know where it is. That will probably either be its own episode, or depending on how much time it takes, it'll be like combined with one of the other episodes. Hello, just surging at me like you're attacking me. Got some nice new music here. Still unlocking new songs. I thought we unlocked all the songs when we got to this island, but apparently not. Which is interesting. A lot of players around, that's for sure. That's the fun thing about doing a big update like this, is there's just so many players running around the island, just exploring. Just like me. Just kind of trying to figure out what the deal is with this place. Here's the big guy. The level 96 hunter guy. Don't worry, guy. We will have the level to deal with you soon. And we will deal with you. We will not let you get away with your existence. As cruel as that sounds, he's not allowed to exist. There's those guys down there. I don't know if those guys are a big game hunter or just a slayer thing. We can head down here. It'd be kind of interesting to have creatures where, like, you could hunt them at a high hunter level and then kill them at an even higher slayer level. So, like, it might be like a level 90 hunter creature, but then at 120 slayer you could actually fight it like a normal thing. That'd be an interesting way. Okay, so these are the brutish dinosaurs. That's interesting. I was hoping you could fight these guys normally, because that sounds fun. I look forward to fighting those guys, just because they look interesting. Alright, well anyway, I kind of want to check out this building. It looks like it could be one of the totem locations. I've seen one of them. And the mini quest does reward a totem, but I don't know what the totem does. At the time of starting this episode, the information was not yet available. Can we not get up there from the side, or what? Like, what is the deal? Or can we just not get up there? It's just a thing that exists, I guess. Alright, so I do want to check out this cave. That was one of my goals for this episode, was to find out what the cave is. This island really makes you feel small, though, like, way more than any other part of the game. Like, wow, I'm really happy with this island. Got some orichalcite stuff. Okay, this looks a bit suspicious. We didn't check out the distraction and diversion. Yeah, that's where the cave is. Okay. How do we get in there? Can my character figure it out on his own, or am I going to have to brain it? Obviously, the agility course passes by there, which it's supposed to, I think, pass by a lot of the key areas, so that you can, once you have better knowledge of the island at least, use it to explore more effectively. We got another Apoterasaur. I mean, I know what Terra means. I don't know what Apo means, though. So how do we actually get in here? Not know. This looks like a hop-on point for the agility thing, and maybe we can get there from here. Yeah, it looks like that loops around to get there. I just want to know what this is. Is it going to be like a Jadinko lair? Because I'm kind of wondering, if the Jadinkos are here, are there going to be the big Jadinkos? Or is it only the hunter-related ones? I think it would make sense to have them. Like, they're not like as exciting as dinosaurs or anything, but it wouldn't hurt to have a cave of them somewhere. I just don't know that it actually exists. I have no idea what this is. There's a player down here, though, so I'm not alone in wondering what this is, or at least being over here. Maybe this person already knows. I'm being followed as well. Alright, let's climb down, you know, see what dangers await in the underground. Okay. Is this the thing then? I'm not trying to pick herbs. Okay, so is this actually the distraction and diversion then? Spirit points? What is that sound effect? I don't know how well you could hear it, but there was a weird sound effect. This is where you get the herb bag, and there's apparently Sasha the spirit pet. A piece of a totem. Alright, so I think maybe this is the distraction and diversion then? Maybe there's more than one location for it. Maybe that's it. Maybe all 4 of these distraction and diversions are all the same thing. Very interesting. Well, I'm glad we got to see the shop at least, see what's in it. Pieces of totems, the herb bag. I'd forgotten completely about the herb bag, just because it doesn't really interest me. Like, bags that you have to keep in your inventory and bring around with you, like, I don't know. They don't appeal to me very much. If they became, like, a dedicated inventory slot, like, if you just got a slot here that was your herb bag, like, that would be exciting. But obviously that would be a bit overpowered, so it can't happen. But that would be the only way that I'd get excited about gaining access to a bag like that. I mean, I'm sure they'll be useful, and I might even use it, but personally, I'm kind of past the point of gathering herbs like that. Like, when I was a low level, like, before the Grand Exchange and stuff, sure, that would have been amazing to have. And for Ironman, it might be useful. So yeah, here's one of the new overgrown idols that they've added. I think there's at least 2. I ran kind of nearby this thing before on my main account, but I did not get up close. I don't know if they have any difference to them from the ones on Karamja. I would assume not. How do we continue going on? See, this is what I mean about the agility course, though, is like I've gotten here and I'm kind of at a loss on where to click next. Apparently, I was supposed to click all the way up there. Oh, I see. You can walk on there. It's got that thing that a lot of the recent content has had in the game where, like, the places you can stand aren't always obvious, because I'm used to it being very clear, but the graphics have evolved enough to where sometimes it's not so clear. Okay, so we got a flower we can pull here. This is a thing. Huh? Where am I? And they're all going to have these dialogue. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. They're all going to have the question about, do I go left at the Big Bone Bridge or straight over? I found a few of these guys. There's 60 of them, apparently. At the time I started this episode, I don't think people had found them all. I think they'd found like 55 of them. Oh, I'd not seen this guy before. He's pretty cool. He's a bit busy on his coloration. So where do we head from here? How do we get out of this guy's lair? Get to where we need to be. I do not want to start encounter. So I assume that you build some useful hunter-related thing from that. Ah, here we go, sunken columns. We're trying to head south over to the Slayer area to get a look at that. Yeah, I found a few of those ancient zygomites, though, just wandering around. I've not seen any with red flowers, though, so that's different. The ones I'd seen, I think, had, like, darker, like, purpley-ish coloration. Climb big rock. Yeah, I think they're just spread all around in like little obscure places. And I don't know what the reward is for finding them all. Like, oh, there's one right there. Yeah, that's more like the ones I'd seen before. Wow, thank you. I was really stuck in there. I need to figure out how to get back home. Okay. Oh, so, look, we found some compacted resources. Cool. What's inside of them? Okay. Just an unknown amount of leaves. Okay, 100 leaves. Alright, so even just training agility is enough. Makes sense, really. Like, you'd find leaves just running around. Okay, suddenly things have changed. Things got a lot darker and gloomier. We're in a different biome now. Alright, so there's these guys. This means we should be getting close, yeah. I've not been this far over to the east either, so this is different. We're island hopping around here if we can figure out how, which apparently I cannot because I'm heading completely the wrong way. We need to cross the island at some point. Obviously right here, but you know, we have to get over there first, and my character really doesn't want to go that way. Okay, let's traverse routes here. Yes, do it properly or don't do it at all. Good sir. Alright, so we gotta go here then. I thought we'd be going down that way. This might be the longest episode I've ever done where I'm not actually really doing anything. But it feels good, like this is exciting. And a lot of this series is just kind of reporting what the game is as it happens. So it's the type thing I would... How long was I stuck down there for? There we go, we're finding a lot of these guys, which is good. Because it's going to take some time to find them all. Ah, so we got these guys. These guys have a really cool attack animation, but I'm kind of scared to try them out, especially since I've not healed up yet. So we're not going to touch them, even though it'd be cool. They're probably poisonous too. Oh, we got a big dinosaur over there. Let's get a look at this guy. He's a pretty cool one. Definitely a very unique take on dinosaurs. Oh, an Asieltops. Okay, where are we in the world? Okay, so we should literally just be able to head south, but I feel like the world map could be a little more detailed on having like elevation blocking visible, because as it is, I really have trouble navigating even with the map. Like, we're just heading north. I don't want to head north. Surely there's got to be a way to head south from here. Like, there's just got to be. Ooh, hello. I also find it interesting that there's a lot of stuff spread in the big game hunter areas, so like you're going to be doing a lot of training with this guy stomping around if you want to fight these guys. Alright, so this is one of the totem pedestals. You can see how many totems there are. There's that many. I think this is the totem pedestal I saw before. Although I don't remember seeing that guy, so maybe not. Means I found another one somewhere. How do we get up here? I am so lost right now. I don't want to have to go all the way around, but I feel like we might have to. I've probably taken a wrong turn. There's gotta be. Like, you can visibly see these stepping stones. There's gotta be a way. I just have not found it. Let's try to get over to these stepping stones again. Where is it, though? Like, how close are we? So we're gonna have to cross over right here, back to this island. Okay, so we have to go down, I guess? There's a crossing there, maybe? We go another way? Is this like a split? We just cross? I have no idea. Genuinely. Oh no, so you can fail. Okay, that's very good to know. Oh, so he's just running across there, huh? Very cool. Very cool that you can actually see the players doing that too, and that there's not the thing like whenever you're in the Jade Vine area and like everything's different levels, so you can't see things happening on different levels. Alright, so you can literally just pass through here. That's good to know. Can you walk under this, or is it you have to jump across? I don't think you have to. Yeah. That's really cool that you can actually walk under it on the same level that you can click on it to jump across it. They've gotten a lot better at designing map areas over time, that is for sure. Alright, so we're on the right path again. Got these cool things. Devil's Snare. I do not believe we have the level for these. They got a Professor Sprout reference there. Okay, so making our way. We're getting close now. We got another Zagamite. Wow, what are you? Now I need to figure out how to get back home. I wonder if they'll add Ancient Zagamite as one of the player-owned farm things. That's something I've not yet checked, actually. I know they added new farming stuff, but I don't know if it shows up under animals. No, it doesn't. There's no, like, special Slayer section, though. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to look at everything to figure out where it lists it. I would assume it'd be high level. Liverwort. Yeah. I don't really know about the farming part of this update. It looks complicated. Can we just walk on this? Yeah, okay. I guessed that, but I did not know it. Ripper dinosaurs sound scary. I don't know if they actually are, but they definitely sounded. This looks a little stretched and weird. Like I can see the universe underneath. But let's go ahead and climb on up here. Because this is where she is. So yeah, if you have the Slayer Cape, it'll teleport you right here, which is nice. I assume you have to actually reach the island first, otherwise that'd be a little weird. But yeah, so if you want to get here, so obviously if you're fighting Devil Snares or Ripper dinosaurs, it's real easy to get to them. Or if you want to mine Dark Animica, suppose that also works. We're not going to mess around with her too much because I already have a Slayer task and I don't want to start her mini quest. But this is where this is. Really, we've seen basically most of the island now. There's really not that much else to look at. There'd be more of the Zygomites to find. There's obviously a lot to do. Gotta learn the entire island by heart so I can actually traverse this thing more efficiently. But I think as far as the first episode go, 45 minutes of messing around on an island, not doing much, is probably enough. So basically the plan is, I don't know how many episodes or how long between episodes, but we will be spending a lot of time on this island until I feel like I've learned everything, covered everything. We'll be doing the mini quest probably next episode, and then after that I would assume Big Game Hunter, and then checking out the Slayer creatures. I'll probably be trying to get some of my levels up in relation to these skills needed so that we can actually do more of the content, because obviously we can't fight all the Slayer stuff, we can't hunt all the Hunter stuff, and I would like to be able to do that, but we'll see how that goes. I've got plenty of bonus experience in Slayer, so getting a few levels in that shouldn't be too ridiculous, especially now that I'm done with my 100 clue scroll goal. That took up a lot of my training last month, as well as, of course, the hardcore Iron Man stuff, AFKing the Breaking the Storm event and the free membership they had before that. Just has really taken a lot of time out of this account. But right now, at least, until the next event, I should be able to focus more on this, so we will see that. I'll see you guys next episode, though. Until then, have fun exploring the island yourself, because I'm sure you could, at the very least, like, I would highly recommend coming here and getting started on the base camp so that they can start gathering resources. Like, even if you don't care about the island, it would make sense to at least get one worker on everything so that when you do care about it, you come back and you have the 5,000 cap reached. Otherwise, you know, you're going to have to wait around a lot just to get basic things. So I highly recommend at least doing that, even if you don't have the levels to do everything else on this island. It would definitely be worth it to set up the base camp. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!